All right, y'all. What's going on? I hope everybody is doing okay. It is 3 o'clock, um, and I'm super excited that you guys are all here with Creative Partner. Let's dive right in. I'll do a quick intro. My name is Bart. I'm the lead creative here at Creative Partner, and we're based in Toronto. We're a small agency, but we pack a big punch. I host a podcast called the More Life Podcast. I'm a father of two, and to Victory and Dylan. Love those guys. And, we're talking today about interior design, web design, more specifically. And there's a lot to unpack here, and there's so many different aspects that we're going to cover today. So, first things first, if you're new around here, go ahead and subscribe. Or you can find me on Instagram or on our webpage. All the different social media links are very easy to find. Just search Creative Partner or Bart Aniston, and I am sure to pop up on the first page. So, the biggest question we talk with when we deal with people who are looking for a new website, regardless of what industry it is, even though we're going to focus specifically on um, interior design, is whether or not they know what the purpose of their website is. And it sounds a little existential, like what's the purpose of your site? But basically, it's talking about goals. What are the goals? Because if you know what your goals are, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to understand what type of pathway you should take in terms of developing a site, as well as what strategies, and you'll understand what type of investment even. If it's not something that you look to make money for you, then don't invest a lot of money in it. But if you're looking to your website to be the face of your company, that's on 24/7, your number one employee, then you might want to take some more consideration as to how exactly am I going to operate this website? Is it going to be something that's just a landing page? Is it going to have multiple pages? Is this something that's going to have lots of information or ways to connect with me? You got to pick which avenue you want to go through, and you can tell the difference between somebody who chooses a website just to be a portfolio of the work versus somebody who chooses their website to be a main driver in their business. Regardless of your business, most of the time you could use your website as a main driver to generate leads for people to connect with you with your website. So the biggest thing we're going to be talking about today is the intentionality behind the site itself. Often clients talk about, we're meeting with clients, what exactly is the goal going to be? They know they're not happy with the site. By the time they reach me, they're not happy, but at the same time, they're also, they can't pinpoint what exactly is wrong with the site. So it's a mix between two things. So it's like, how do I make the best version of a website that makes everything look and feel good without me actually having to like spend so much time and effort, and I don't know if it's working or. So you don't know what's going on with the site, and you kind of feel like, I don't know if this is even the right approach I should be taking. And that's where we like to come in. We try to help people pinpoint exactly what's going on under the hood and kind of give them a better understanding of how we can help them. So when you design the site, is something that you took consideration in terms of, well, who are we talking to? How are they going to perceive it? What is our client looking for? Who's the ideal person we'd like to find us on the website? The type of sites you have also helps people understand the type of work you do. So, you can tell a very luxurious brand by having a luxurious type website. Very clean, minimalistic, lots of open space, all these different things tell, ooh, luxury, wow, understated, all these different things. But if you have something that's very cluttered, that could really be problematic. So we're going to be talking primarily, I guess, firstly rather, about reasons your website might need a redesign. And one of the things here we're going to be talking about, the first one is your site looks outdated. And a lot of times people think that, their site, it doesn't look quite good, or maybe one thing, or just updated the colors. And usually I put that under the category of the it was created under a moment in time where maybe it was too trendy or it was too tied to one specific trend. And now you're in a place where you're not feeling that it represents the way people are doing sites today. A lot of people that we deal with for web design, it's outdated. Number two, visitors are having a hard time using the site. And we're going to talk about that in terms of the most important elements of a website, especially for interior designers. If people have a hard time understanding what they should be doing on the site, that's a huge problem in user experience. You want to make sure that your customer, it feels natural. The intuition is right there to know exactly where I would want to go. That's exactly where the button would be or where the information would be. Number three, the site isn't designed for the right user. If you have something that is designed more for technical people or more people who spend tons of time on mobile devices or on desktops, you have to pick a lane. You can't be all things to all people the way that we all wish that we could be. Sometimes, people need a new website or a web redesign. This is the fourth reason, by the way, is because the business itself is pivoting. And maybe you were a interior designer, but now you're a dealer. You're actually trying to sell custom products or limited luxury items that have been inspiration or whatever it may be. And your site needs to go maybe more e-commerce, or maybe yours is going to become more a blog for inspiration. And you need to change the way that the site functions, the way it looks, and the way that it actually appears really to your clients, because it's a different type of site now. Um, let's go to the next one here. You're not seeing any meaningful traffic, leads, or sales. And this is another probably like top two. It's like Drake said, I'm I'm top two and I'm not two. People are frustrated because it's not something that they're seeing, you know, affect the bottom line. At the end of the day, if you're going to make a significant investment into a website, you want to make sure that you're going to see a return. That's like basic, investing principles. So if you're depositing a lot of money into a site, it's supposed to perform in a way or provide value in a way that returns on that time, effort, and money that you've spent building it. And many people have a website. Not everybody has a website that converts sales or generates leads for them. And there are ways and practices well in terms of marketing, positioning, SEO, social media marketing. We're going to be talking a few of those things as well as others, not just further down, but in the next coming month as we keep doing these lives. We're going to be talking more about these digital marketing practices and how exactly does it help you make money with the site and generate leads. The site needs to promote new products or services. That can also fall under, it's outdated. It doesn't feel relevant. The information is not correct. I think we're at number 7 now. Something is causing your conversion rate to plummet. It could be a plugin, something technical. It could be a style issue, the way that you're formatting the information, but people are not staying, they're not engaging, they're not converting. And this is very problematic, especially if you're a company that's had great success or has seen continued success regarding a website, and all of a sudden you're like, I used to get 8,000 page hits a month, and now I'm seeing 2,000. What's going on? You got to investigate that. That could be a reason why you need to take a look at the structure, the design, and how you're building the site. And again, going along with that, number 8, there could be a lot of errors or bugs. um, for those of you who are taking notes, errors and bugs hinder the performance of your website. And what that ends up doing is it does not help people load it up quickly. People can get frustrated, or it doesn't perform the way that it's supposed to operate. So that now people are not having a good experience while they're using your site or engaging with your company. And this is another big one, number 9. It's not mobile responsive. If you don't have a mobile responsive site, you're really losing out. It's over 65% now. I'm not sure of the exact number, but over 65% of all web internet happenings happens on a mobile device. So if you are not participating in building websites mobile first or mobilely responsive websites, you're kind of missing out on a lot of potential people that can be using your sites and having a great experience. This is all about having a great experience. We're all in the service business, no matter what business that you're in. So if you don't provide something that is easy to use and enjoy to use, then you're actually going to put a bad foot forward, and you're not necessarily going to leave a good impression, no matter how good your work is. Number 11, your software needs a refresh. Maybe you're using outdated software. Back in the day, a lot of people were using, Joomla and Wix or all these GeoCities, if you can remember that far, to build websites. Now there's kind of a few big players that most websites are being built on right now, and you might need to refresh the platform in which your website is built so that you don't feel like it's not performing as well or it's not often, which means again the user experience they suffer. Number 12, the marketing and sales strategy needs to change. Maybe this the approach of what you guys are doing has shifted from a sales standpoint, and you need to that to be reflected on your website. You know, funnels and having the way that you categorize people, whether it's through email marketing, whether it's with self-segmenting surveys, all these different things matter in how you want your website to perform. Number 13, the competition is making you jealous. I've been there myself as a web designer. You see someone else's website, and immediately you start to think, I wish I had that type of element. I wish I had that type of functionality. I can spend a day or two to add this to match that, or do this or do that. And it's not a completely unhealthy thing. Sometimes, if you see everyone of all of your contemporaries, all of your competition is going a certain direction, and they've really leveled up their marketing, including their web design and their web development, and you're still using something that's a little bit antiquated. Maybe it's just a theme template that you just got yourself and you uploaded. Then yeah, you might be at a disadvantage because everyone is expecting this type of result, and when they come to your site, it looks even more outdated, which was the first thing that we talked about, an outdated site. Um, this is one of the worst ones, number 14. Keep complaining about the site. You never want this. This is not good. If visitors and customers are complaining about your site, you've reached a point where this is now a red alarm. Okay, break the glass, hit the red button. It's you need to call me right away so that we can get involved and fix it. Because at the end of the day, all you have is your reputation, and if you do great work, but then your reputation out in the community is that uh, your site is hard to use, and that you're not the design looks very dated, and people can't get a hold of you because it's hard to navigate. That's the worst thing that can happen, because now your website is your number one employee, but it's not doing a good job, and that's something that's very unfortunate. We don't want that to happen. And lastly, I'm going fast because we're only here for 30 minutes. The company wants to temporarily switch up the look of the site. Maybe you guys are doing a new promotion. Maybe you guys are doing something that, okay, we need to have a specialized way that we're doing something for the site. Could be for a little bit, could be to try out, could be a beta, and you need a redesign. You need something that looks fresh, that looks different. It could be in response to something, something like Black Lives Matter, or indigenous issues, or being something that's more culturally appropriate, and you feel like your site is not doing its part for some of the goals, like we talked about at the beginning, that you want to accomplish. So these are all reasons why people might need to consider adjusting their website, refreshing their websites. And we're going to talk about some websites today. So let's first do another little list of some things, and then we're going to jump into the review of websites. These are the things I want you guys to look for while we're reviewing sites that could be doing better. And again, I want to stress right from the top here. I don't want people to feel like we're trying to attack websites. We're reviewing websites so that we can learn together. Content is everything in terms of marketing. So if you have good content, or you don't have, it's not a ginormous mountain. You just need to update the way that you are approaching your design or your, application of what website. So we're going to look at websites that need help, in my unbiased designer opinion. And in that, we're going to look at these couple of things. I think there's 9 things. And number one, is like the overall, you know, functionality and mobile first. If if your site is not functional, I can't stress this enough. You're like below zero right now. It's a non-starter. The site has to function, and it needs to work on a phone because that's where most people use the internet. Think about, if you're in the interior design space. Um, think about if you're in the interior design space that people, it's all about how it looks. They want to be able to see the stuff that you're doing. They want to be able to capture it. That's where you want to make sure that your site is working and it's working well. Even if it's not the prettiest, it needs to work. Okay, we got that one out of the way. That's number one and two. Bing, bang, boom. Mobile functionality. Number two, the design needs to represent your brand. And this is where we talked about at the very beginning, where you got to the goals set out for you. So is this the goal is so that this is going to represent your brand? If the goal is to get you just straight sales no matter what, write out a good list of things that you'd want for this website to do. Make sure it represents you well. What does that mean? Make sure that it represents me well. How can a website represent me well? I'm talking about the tone, the expression, the brand voice, the style. These are things that we look for when we're looking at a website that speaks well to its customers. This is a communication tool. Okay, so we're going to try to have conversation and think about what you would dress to go to a meeting when you are pitching or to a client. Think about how you would speak. Think about, your style itself. Are you a casual person? Are you somebody who is very proper and likes to dress very business professional? Someone who wants to dress luxurious? That's the exact same sentiments we're talking about with your website or with your brand. How does your brand get reflected on your site? Okay, that's number three. Number four, the inspiration and transformation. This is the number one reason why people come to your site. They want to be inspired and they want to see transformation. You are in the transformation business. As a designer, you're looking to say, look at the intake that I have here and look at the potential output that I can put over here. And most people are looking for inspiration and also who can make this transfer. Who is the designer that's going to take my little loft of 596 square feet and convert it into a livable space, with smart and unique design that fits my style? So they need to see that when they come there. They need to see their identity in what you're doing. So when you're looking at your website, you need to think, okay, where are these people going to find their home? Am I putting my best foot forward in terms of like positioning where the inspiration is? Is it a blog post? Is it an Instagram feed? All these different things are ideas that you could use to inspire and to show the transformationality that you're able to do through your company. Okay, next one, professional photography. Um, I can't stress this enough. It's a given. You got to have photography that matches your style and your tone, and stick with it. It's better to have photography that looks the same throughout, regardless of what type of photography you're doing, whether it's of a building, whether it's of a room, whether it's exterior or interior. Keep the style, the framing the same so it matches. It looks good all together. This is where it's gonna match your tone, your style, your expression, so that it all flows together for that brand. The next one is clear copy and clear call to actions. Okay, so this is number 6 we're at right now. Clear copy, clear call to action. Everything that you write on this website needs to be very clear and leading people to what they should do next. Um, Donald Miller, I believe from Story Brand, he talks about it's like having not having a clear call to action is like having somebody come into your physical store and not having a sign as to where the cashiers are. Let them know where what they should be doing next. Come here for self checkout. Come here for returns and exchanges. Come here to pay so you can leave. Make all of those actions very clear. Make all of your copy legible and easy to read. Okay, we're jumping through right here. Okay, next one, galleries and portfolios and case studies. So this is all lumped together and it all falls under the category of transformation. This is where you get to showcase the work in a way that actually helps you speak to your client, say, wow, this is the type of work, this is the transformation that's possible. And then with case studies, you actually get to explain yourself. And maybe even some of your genius can come out at this point of what the problem was and how you guys solve these problems. Okay, lastly, dynamic content. Not lastly, next to lastly, dynamic content, whether it is a case study or a blog. This is where you can talk more in terms of a repository of search information. Think about what would people be searching that could be your ideal clients. You could be talking about current trends, objections, research, explanations, inspiration. All that could be in the form of a blog. And lastly, but definitely not least, is SEO. Again, people use Google so much just to search ideas, whether it's Art Deco or modern expressionism. No matter what they're looking for, they're probably going to start with a Google search. So you need to have your SEO and your keywords appropriate, and that's where your blog can help well to have dynamic content on the website. Okay, that was a lot of information that we just went through. And the reason why I set it up this way so that you have context for what we're about to do now for the next few minutes. We're going to review 3 sites. And then if we have some time, we'll review another site that I really like and I want to share with you guys. So the first site that we're going to be looking at, I believe it's called the Toronto International Design. I wish I knew all the words. I wish I knew all the words. Hold on here, guys. There we go. Toronto International Design Group. Okay, so if you guys can see this, immediately it doesn't say anything. I don't mind the curtains, the drawing of the curtains. Again, I'm not sure what that signifies and what it's saying. It's very hard to read the word of the website right here. So there's a lot to look at in terms of, okay, what does this mean? So the only thing is this button, and it shows me home, services, gallery, principles, achievements, and hello. I think that hello is like the contact. Okay, so let's scroll down and see what happens. Immediately, the scrolling. Okay, so we have a lot of content here. I like this part right here where it says design, construct, furnish. Too bad it's not clickable, which means Google can't crawl it. But if these are the main structures of his business, we need to make sure that this is clear. There's a little bit too much text here as well. So there's a few issues right off the top of the bat. The clear copy and call to actions, it's not really doing a good job. And I think he has professional video. It looks like a professional video, and yeah, something's going with the scrolling here. But we also have we design it, we construct it, we furnish it, we manage it. Not bad, but again, we need to make sure that it's something that is laid out properly. It's a little busy behind here, and they have a call out box here. Yeah, I don't see how this is helping them. Okay, gallery photos don't look bad. These look like professional photos. They look to seem to have a similar style here. This is not bad. They just need to see click here to see our curated portfolio. Let's see the curated portfolio. Okay, I like this. This looks great. It'd be good to have some explanations on what exactly they designed, or is it everything in the photo? So this is not a bad website. I think it needs some clarity and some space. In some places, it's looking too busy. He does have um, professional photography. They do also have galleries. They could use some more dynamic content like a case study or a blog. But yeah, the transformation is not being shown. You're just showing the end result like a portfolio. And I don't know how you got there. I need to be inspired to know that you can work with my situation if I'm looking to hire you, that you can fix what I have or design around the issue that I'm having. Okay, we're just checking the service page and then we're going to move on to the next thing. Oh, it's all on the home page. Okay, and this is hello. So hello is just a form. Good form, not bad. You could, okay. Overall, not a bad site. It's not anything too crazy. Okay, we're gonna go to the next site, which is called Fleur de Lis. Fleur de Lis Interior Design Inc. Um, have right off the top, again, beautiful photo. I don't know what they've designed. They don't say what they've designed. It doesn't say anything on this image. It doesn't say, other than the business name, what is their statement, what are they about. Both sites so far are missing that clear copy, clear call to action. They don't really have that right now. Okay, gallery right up top. Again, they have very professional photographs. Oh wow, okay. So this looks like MLS listing with all the information, and again, they seem to have very nice photos, but it's not telling a story. It's just showcasing something. So this is where I think they might need to work again on having more clear copy and call to actions and having a case study. I don't know what the SEO is looking like, but yeah, just some more stylized things to make things more clean and easier to use. This is going to be huge for a site like this. So if you have a website like this, there's nothing wrong here. They've been featured in news, I guess, in media. This is a company well worth, you know, being featured clearly, but you want to make sure that you're having the information represent you in a way that's very easy, and that make people feel like at ease. Okay, so they have a map here. It's for development purpose only. This is again technical errors that can make your website not seem as professional. Again, all these sites are not bad. They just they just need a little bit of restructuring. Maybe ditch all the black altogether, ditch this logo thing, and just have a beautiful gallery up front with a message across, and then have a better way to display your portfolio. And you're going to be leaps and bounds ahead of the competition already. We're going to check out one last one here, guys. Okay, how do I switch to this? Give me 1 second here, guys. I think I might have lost you. All right, this is the next one. So this one, they got awards here, which again, great, good for you if you really have the awards. And this is a website that just looks like we spoke about at the beginning, outdated. Um, Again, they got awards, which means that they are doing good work. They are a unique design build award winning renovation company that helps GTA homeowners fall back in love with their dated homes. Okay, I wish this was somewhere up here. That would look a lot better. They do have call to action. It is clear, no matter how what you think about the color. This is not my color that I would use. Book a phone call, and then we have what this? Okay, okay. They just need to lay this out a little bit better here in our work. How are they displaying their work? So again, they're winning these awards. These are not professional photos. This looks like a Photoshop that's been weaved through, like blended together. Okay, they're showing a little bit of the before and after. This is what people want to see. They want to know, oh, if it looks like this, you guys know what to do. Okay, they still have a lot of work to do in terms of style and functionality because the website is actually the player for the website is actually broken. Okay, so we're gonna go back. This is what we're talking about in terms of technical errors with the site. They have testimonials. That's great. There's a lot of them. I will cut down on that, as well as yeah, they have resources that they put there. Again, every one of these a great website in terms of content. The style is where they're going to in terms of other people with their competition. I hopefully this has been helpful for you guys. Please drop us a line, follow us on Instagram if you think that has been helpful. You know, we covered today the reasons why people need a redesign. We also covered it today the 9 important aspects for interior design websites. One more time, you know, mobile functionality, design needs to represent your brand, inspiration and transformation, professional photography, clear copy and call to actions, gallery or portfolio or case study, a blog or dynamic content, and SEO. These are the things that you need to have on a website that are going to help you not just have a beautiful site, but one that actually converts to sales and leads and becomes your number one employee that works for you day in and day out 24/7. Again, hope this has been helpful. Please give us a follow or a subscription. I'll talk to you guys next month.